Hello Mastermind Gaming community, and in today's video we're going to be looking at a little Age Mythology custom map. I'm going to be doing a little review over it as well as a walkthrough of how to actually do it. And this is going to be Forest Tower Defense by Nottud. Now Nottud is a pretty popular Age Mythology scripter and map maker. He's one of the only ones that is consistently still releasing maps to this day. And one of the things I really like about this tower defense map is that it's completely random every single time. So there's usually 3 or 4 spawn points for them, as well as the lanes, and even the terrain is all completely randomized. However, the concept stays the same. If you lose 1 life, the game is over. So it is a very intense tower defense type game where you cannot let anybody get through whatsoever, and the enemies do come pretty fast. So what you're going to want to do here is you're just going to want to go, you can do single player. They say you can do multiplayer as well. I have not tested the multiplayer, so I cannot confirm that 100%. However, if you want to do it in single player, it's pretty easy. Just go to the random map, go to custom, and then you want to make sure that the last 2 players on the team, the last 2 players are the AI, because these are the 2 computers that are actually going to be moving those units through the map to actually get to the points that they need to for the tower defense to actually work. So if you want to have more players, apparently that's completely fine. However, you just got to make sure that the last 2 are on team 2 and that they actually are the last 2 are AI. So we're going to be hopping in here just to go ahead and give it a good old test. Now, they do happen pretty fast. There's a little cinematic that does explain it a little bit, which is very nice. A lot of people don't really put in the effort for that kind of thing. And you can see here that I am on easy difficulty, so they're going to be at 1x power. And so the difficulty does actually matter, which is also another nice touch. Basically, we're going to be building towers along these paths here, and it's going to give you a little general overview of the map just so you can kind of see what you are defending. Right here is the shop where you can actually upgrade your towers. You can get more health for your towers because your towers can get attacked in this, as well as being able to upgrade their attack and their range. And there is god powers as well that you can actually buy with gold as well. You are going to be using gold as your main resource. So right here, we're going to go ahead and be starting off by building just a couple towers. And these towers are just going to be the basic initial defense, because you can actually see here that they're oh, that's actually pretty interesting. This map is actually having it wrap around right to here. So there is going to be a lot of action happening right here at this point. So I'm actually going to be building a couple more towers right here just to make sure that they are able to shoot them. Let's build a couple more right there. And let's get some more right here, because this is going to be a pretty popular point of action, especially because there's 2 paths that are actually diverging right here on this point. And we're going to go ahead and put some more right here as well, because there is another diverging path. We can't do it just quite yet. They are spawning, and they do seem to spawn out of either 1 or 2 of the points to start. However, they will eventually spawn out of all of them. You don't actually know which one it's spawning out of, which does make the initial part of this map actually kind of difficult, because you don't have like a ton of gold to spend. However, you do have to make sure that you have towers on all the paths, just so that way if they do spawn on that path, you can actually make sure you get a couple kills secured before it's a little bit too late. So I'm going to go ahead and move down here, and you can actually build sky passages for 100 gold as well. And the sky passages are allowed to let your villagers transport between the gaps, because right now, like, these 3 villagers are stuck on this little tiny island. So I'm probably going to be eventually moving them off the island, so that way they can actually help out in some other areas. If you do lose your villagers, all of them, you will actually lose this match. So that is important to note as well. It looks like they are taking this path right here. So I'm going to go ahead and move my villager down this way. So that way, hopefully, we can get a couple kills in just like we did right there. And we're going to get a couple more towers built just to be 100% safe that we're going to be able to clear this map. Now, like I said, this is definitely the hardest part of the entire thing, I think. Just because you don't really get a whole lot of gold to start, and you don't know what path they're going to take initially. So it does look like a lot of them are taking this path right here, which is good to know. That means I can actually really beef up the defense here. And we are going to build a couple more right here, because I'm not exactly sure what path they're going to take whenever they get down this far. Or let's just go ahead and build a couple more just to be safe. Never hurts to have a couple in the back. And then we're actually going to go ahead and build a sky passage right there. Alright, let's go ahead and get him down this way. Build a couple more towers just to make sure that everything's covered. And we're going to build a sky passage right there as well. I want to make sure that I can actually get some of my villagers out here to actually help. Now later on, you actually will get attacked. Your towers will get attacked, and so will your villagers. That's why I said if you do lose all your villagers, you will actually lose this. And we are going to go over here, and you can actually see when you click on something, a little pop-up comes up letting you know how much something is going to cost. And I'm actually going to go ahead and get a couple upgrades on the damage, so that way I'm actually able to actually do enough damage to actually kill these things. And the gold does start to come in pretty quick after you get going. It's just one of those things, the initial can be a little bit challenging just due to the fact. Alright, and let's just go ahead and keep building some more. We're going to go ahead and surround this whole island pretty much because this is a pretty popular island. Pretty much all the lanes are going to be converging around this island at some point, so I think that surrounding this with towers is going to be a pretty good idea. Just for a little bit of an initial defense. We do have a sky passage here now, so I can actually move them around a little bit better. Let's just go ahead and complete the, I'm going to just go ahead and build it right there. Don't really need to build any right there just yet because I don't really have the range upgrades yet to be able to see that far. So just trying to really just line the actual mountainsides up here a little bit. All right. Everything is looking good so far. We are getting a pretty nice amount of gold as well. We do have a sky passage here. I'm actually probably going to go ahead and grab one of these guys, move them through here so that way there's actually there's a couple more. Actually, I'm going to move 2 villagers into the sky passage, get them out over here because this is a bigger island for sure. I'm going to go ahead and position one right over there. We're going to put one down this way. Going to go ahead and grab one of these villagers here. We're going to build a couple of towers here. Don't really want to put too much into this yet just because of the fact that there's not many units that are actually getting over here just yet, but I just want to go ahead and have it just for another safety net. Build a couple more down this way just to be really safe. Alright, and things are starting to look pretty good for us. I'm going to go ahead and get another, I'm going to get the more expensive 8,000 gold for a 10 attack boost. I think attack boosts are pretty important, and then whenever you see the green enemies, now these are the green enemies that can actually attack your units, so you want to make sure that you actually try to get a health upgrade whenever you start to see them appear. And it looks like 1,000 gold for 100 hit points is going to be what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to get a couple of those upgrades just so that way my towers can actually take the hits from the Anubites, because the Anubites actually can do damage. They'll actually jump up onto your villagers if they see them, so you got to be a little bit careful if you do see those Anubites coming out, that you do move your villagers away. They're not actually going to attack your towers, they're just going to attack villagers as they see them, so it's just important to make sure that you do keep them away from the like the edge of the mountain. Build another sky passage. Sky passages are good so that way if they do get attacked you can go ahead and move them. And you can see now that my towers had 100 health, but now they're at 500 because I got those health upgrades, which is going to be pretty important later on, especially whenever they actually do start getting those siege weapons and stuff while they're going down the paths that can attack. And it looks like that right now they have 150 health, and my towers are doing 15 damage each every single time they attack, which is pretty decent, especially when you consider how many towers are actually just in this map already. But we're going to go ahead and just keep building some more towers, especially right here. I think this is going to be one of the best places to put towers just because it does cover 2 paths whenever they diverge. So let's just go ahead and line this up. And eventually I will fill this in a little bit more. You have to be a little bit careful when you are filling it in because you don't want to actually trap your villagers. It's pretty annoying when you trap them because you're going to have to delete towers and try to get them out of the maze. So this is just one of the easiest things to do right off the bat. Alright, now that we do have a little bit more gold, I'm actually going to go ahead and get the bigger upgrade for 1,000 hit points. Again, you want to make sure that you do have some good hit points. I'm going to go ahead and get some range upgrades as well now. The only unfortunate thing about range is that you are improving the range of your towers, so they're going to be able to attack farther, which in a sense can actually increase the damage that they do, even though not real, like it doesn't actually increase the damage per se, but they can attack farther, which means they can attack for a lot longer of a distance. So even if a +1 range increases it, but just by a couple feet, or just a couple footsteps, that means that tower is going to be able to hit them for a couple more footsteps, which means that they're going to be able to actually do more damage technically, even though it isn't actually like doing raw damage per se, if that makes any sense. We're going to go ahead and get another. We're going to get 2 upgrades for +20 attack for 16,000 gold. And it seems like right now they're at 300 health, so their health is increasing. These are at 600 health, so it is a pretty big jump up right there, especially. And they are chariot archers, which means they are going to be moving a little bit quicker than normal. I'm just going to make sure that we can really take them out and just keep building more towers here. I really want to get all of the mountainside line before I start trying to really build too many more, like compacting them in. Now that I have the range upgrades, I'll be able to start compacting them in a little bit more, but I like to try to get the mountainside line first, because I think that just lining the mountainside is kind of one of those things that's the easiest thing to do without trapping your villagers and having to really try to maze anything out. Alright, and let's just go ahead and complete this mountainside path right here. Everything is looking good so far. We are getting a good amount of gold here. 50,000 gold is coming up soon for plus 100 attack. And you do get a pretty big discount for saving up, so it's pretty important. So like, you can get plus 1 attack for 1,000 gold, or you can get plus 10 for 8,000 gold. So that's a 2,000 gold discount. And then right here, you get 100 attack for only 50k, which is pretty big, like in terms of a discount. So it is pretty important. If you can save up, that is recommended that you do so. And right now, I don't think range is too much of an issue, because I do have so much space still to build more towers. So I think that just go ahead and building some more of these towers. Just going to continue lining everything up. And we are in round of 10 of 28 at the moment, so everything seems like it's going pretty smoothly. I do think this is a pretty well-designed tower defense, and like I said before, one of those things I really actually like about this. And here comes some of these mirror towers, but I'll talk about those here in a little bit. So they are attacking those towers, and they are taking them out pretty fast, so I kind of actually want to get some more hit points, actually. I kind of want to get the bigger upgrade here. Let's just go ahead and get a couple of those. We want to make sure that we aren't losing our towers. And we'll get some more range, and the only reason that we want to get range is so that way some of our towers can actually help out more, because right now you can only see that there's only a couple of them that actually attacking these sky towers, which can be an issue. But if we get more range, we're going to be able to attack farther and farther away, which means that our villagers are going to, or our towers are going to be able to attack and help out more. Alright, so let's just see here. Now, this is the only time where it feels like that you really need to bunch up your towers just a little bit more. Just because you can see right now how they're just taking out like one at a time. So I'm going to start doing a little bit of a double line of defense, so that way they can actually attack a little bit more. Because right now these sky towers are just getting so bunched up that they're actually able to really take on my towers in just like that 1v20 situation. But now that they're here at this impasse, they're going to get surrounded, and I think they're going to be able to all be taken out. The only place I'm kind of worried about this moment is going to be up here in this area. I'm going to go ahead and deposit this guy right here. And we're going to bring him around over here, and we're just going to try to double up if we can. Alright. Things seem like they're going okay, not great. They are losing quite a few towers, unfortunately. That's when those health upgrades really come into play, though, for sure. And we're trying to go ahead and rebuild here. Doesn't seem like they're really focusing on they're focusing more on the towers than the villagers, it seems like, so that's a good thing. Alright. They did attack my villager right there. You can see that he does have a little bit of health lost, but that's okay. It shouldn't be too much of an issue anymore. They are moving down the line a little bit, and there's only a couple more of them left. They do have some griffins coming in. And they are making it a pretty good distance right here. I'm going to go ahead and build some more of these. And we're going to go ahead and get that big upgrade for plus 100 attack, as well as go ahead and get some more upgrades for some more attack. Alright, we are almost at 50,000 again, so I'd like to save up if I can. That plus 100 attack is coming in very handy right here towards the end. We are around 13 of 28, so we do have quite a bit more to go still. And we're going to want to go ahead and grab a villager here. I'm going to go ahead and bring him up, and we're actually going to start compacting these guys in here a little bit better. I want to go ahead and get a double layer going here at this area, just mainly due to the fact that this is such a popular point for the paths. So I'll go ahead and get those going. We do have over 50,000 again, so we're going to go ahead and grab that. We are going to grab some more range. I want to be able to make sure that my towers are able to support each other if they do get attacked again like they did just a little bit earlier. I think this, like I was saying before, I think this is one of the better designed tower defenses because it is random. So it's one of those things you can keep playing this map over and over again. And while the core concept remains the same, it's going to be completely random in terms of the pathing, the lanes, and everything. So you can really play this game and has quite a bit of replayability. So I think that is a very good thing. The cinematics are great for being able to just kind of introduce you to how to play the game. And I think overall this is a very solid, not only a solid tower defense game, but really a solid map design for sure. And I would really recommend you guys trying it out, and I will have a link in the description below if you guys are interested in trying it out. So we do have quite a few range upgrades we just purchased, so I think that'll be good. I'm going to go ahead and get some more health upgrades. I just want to make sure that my towers are able to tank any kind of attacks that might be coming in, because we do have some more greens again. Like I said, we do have those ballistas. They aren't really attacking the towers, which is a good thing, but they will attack the villagers if they do happen to come in range of them. And I think that, let's see how much our health has now. We have 10,000 health for our towers, which I think is pretty good. I don't really know. I've never really made it this far. You can see these are attacking the towers right here. So they are actually attacking the towers, which is pretty interesting. But these guys are just pretty much ignoring them all. And let's just go ahead and make sure that we do get more towers. Just kind of plop them in here. Got to be careful that I don't trap my villager. And this side over here really hasn't had to have much help, which is a nice thing. I'm not complaining about it, but it's pretty interesting how there's not very many. There's not been very many that seems like they've really had to come out of there. And the only unfortunate thing is, for this map anyways, it seems like, is that I can't actually get over here to this side. There was no villagers over there to begin with, so I can't really get over there to put towers in, but that doesn't really seem like it's going to be too much of an issue. Especially with all these range upgrades that we've gotten. I'm just going to go ahead and finish lining this down, just to be safe. You always want to make sure that you're going to be safe rather than sorry later. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and get some more attack upgrades. We can afford 2 of the 100 attacks, so let's go ahead and get that. And we'll go ahead and get at least a couple of the range upgrades as well. The only thing that if I had to complain about anything would be that I would just like to be able to see how far the range actually is on every tower. I wish you could be able to like click on a tower or something to be able to see a radius. I don't think that's really possible just due to how the game works, but it would be kind of nice to be able to see. How much health these things have? 60,000. The battle boars have 60,000 health, which is quite a bit. They are going to be making it a pretty good distance as well. Let's just go ahead and start doubling down as well. And he got trapped. Alright, there we go. Alright, it does seem like some of them are pathing and going actually this way, which is nice because that is for sure going to guarantee their death. Alright. Everything else seems like it's going pretty good. We're just going to get some more attack upgrades because that was 60,000 health. That is pretty insane, actually. And we're only around 17 to 28, so it's just going to get even more intense from here, I think. It does seem like these towers are, even when they're tripled up, it seems like they're able to reach with all those range upgrades I've gotten. Alright, how much health these things have? 100,000. Holy crap. Oh, what's this? Whoa, whoa, whoa. They can just fly over us? That's not good. Let's go ahead and get this guy over here. Oh, they're able to attack as well. Okay, well that's good. I'm actually glad they can attack because they actually have so much health, 120,000. I'm actually going to be working on getting some upgrades for the health here. How much attack are they doing? 50 siege. It's a pretty decent amount. They are taking down a lot of my stuff here pretty quick. Gonna go ahead and get a sky passage built. We're just gonna keep getting those upgrades for the health of our towers. We want to make sure that we're able to really keep them going. Not gonna lie, that had me worried there for a little bit for sure. I thought they were gonna be able to fly right over and I was gonna have to really try to hold them off down here at the very bottom. I'm relieved they were actually able to attack instead of the other way around. All right. Well, everything seems like it's going pretty decent, actually. Nothing too crazy. Us flying was about the craziest thing. If there's more of those later, it's going to be a pretty big issue, I feel like. I'm going to really upgrade my towers here. I'm just still upgrading the health on them. Just still pumping it out. I really want to beef them up, really kind of guarantee. Alright, let's go ahead and get 2 more upgrades for attack, because they are making it a pretty good distance now. They do have 180,000 health. And even though my towers do 855 each, it still takes quite a while to take these things down. So let's just go ahead and double down on that. We'll get some more range upgrades. Really make sure that my towers are able to hit from a very far distance. Man, there's a lot of towers. Holy crap. You can see how far away they can attack now. I mean, like, they're able to really support each other now. I'm just going to keep upgrading range, I think. I think range is kind of the go-to thing right now. They do 955, almost 1,000 damage. What is this? Oh, we got undermine happening. Oh, gosh. Undermine is taking out my towers. Holy crap. Please stop, sir. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Alright. We gotta find some villagers. Oh my god. Holy crap, they are taking out so many of my towers. What the heck? What am I supposed to do? I think it's these guys that are like... Jeez. This is not good. Alright, I'm just gonna spam them out now. This is not good. Yep, it's got to be these guys. I think these guys, every single time they attack, they just destroy towers. I don't even think health actually matters. Oh my gosh, these guys are sniping them now. Holy crap. Yep, we're just going to stick to the, just getting more and more, attack. As much as I can. So much for being organized and neat. Well, I might have actually lost right here because these guys are just really tanky all of a sudden. I'm upgrading attack as fast as I can, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. We're doing over 3,300, and it's still just not enough to actually take these things down. And there it is. Alright, well, even on easy mode, I made it to wave 23 of 28, and it's a pretty intense tower defense game. I do think it's a lot of fun. However, the Endermine thing was a little bit questionable. I mean, that seemed like it was very powerful, and that came extremely fast without any kind of warning or kind of inclination. But overall, I mean, I would really highly rate this map. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's one of those things that just, it's really fun to do in these kind of RTS kind of games, to be able to see how creative people can be. If you guys want to check it out, make sure you guys check in the description down below, and I'll have a link there for you. And if you guys like this video, you want to see more Age of Mythology content, make sure you leave a comment down below. If you have any map suggestions or any kind of links or anything that you want me to check out, just go ahead and reach out to me, and I would love to be able to review them, check them out, and get them featured here on the channel. And don't forget to subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.